Hey guys, Tobin here with Planet Cyclery. Today I want to show some of our best selling taillights. So you've heard me say it before. I believe if you're doing any type of riding out on the road, whether it's commuting or road cycling or gravel riding, you need to have lights on your bike to make you more safe in traffic. That being said, we have a plethora of lights to choose from with tons of features and price points to fit every budget. Check out our light page. If you need help deciding, email us at sales@planetcyclery.com. If there's a specific light that you want to see us talk about or review, leave it in the comments. Colby and I are always looking for an excuse to try out new product. That being said, let's get into it. The first one is the Nightrider Cherry Bomb 35. Now, in my opinion, this is the bare minimum of what you should have on your bike to be seen in traffic. This is really probably the workhorse of the line for Nightrider. It's been around for a few years. It's only $20, but it's packed full of features. It boasts, as you can guess, 35 lumens at max capacity. It has 4 different modes and a burn time up to 100 hours. So the thing lasts forever. Clips onto a saddlebag or a seat post mount, as well as a backpack or a belt loop. Most notably, the thing about this that's a little bit different than the rest of the lights here is that it is not USB chargeable. It actually runs on 2 AAA batteries, which are included. And obviously you can find AAA batteries practically anywhere. If they're not in your couch cushions, you can pick them up pretty much at any store ever. So this thing I ran for a few years on a bike and always just kept a couple of extra batteries in my saddlebag. Super reliable. Next slide I want to tell you about is the Fabric Luma Sense V2. So this thing's super sleek. For $40. The unique thing about this is that it has an accelerometer built into it that activates and basically acts as a virtual brake light. So when you come up to a stop sign or a stoplight and you brake quickly, the accelerometer kicks in and activates whatever mode that you might be in to a constant super bright 100 lumen brake light. I think this technology is super cool, and I hope that they continue to develop it and that it catches on with other light manufacturers. My one critique is that the accelerometer tended to kick in and the brake light kicked in even when I wasn't braking, which, you know, a super bright light is not ever a bad idea, but my assumption is that if the accelerometer was a little more accurate, you'd get a little bit better battery life out of it. That being said, this thing has been flying off the shelf. $40 for the Luma Sense V2. Next slide I want to tell you about is the lizanne Zectomax 250. Now, Lizanne is a German company that does everything in-house, from R&D to producing in their own factory to quality control, to make sure that every light that goes out their door is up to their standards and is super reliable. So you know as soon as you pick this thing up that it is really just overbuilt. It's got a matrix composite body with an aluminum faceplate and rubberized touch points. Even the rubberized strap that affixes it to the seat post is oversized, overbuilt, meant to really last. You can also clip this on the back of a backpack or a belt loop if you wish. This thing, really, I just can't say enough about it. It's got 3 different LEDs, 8 different modes with a max capacity of 250 lumens. Run times vary between 9 and 24 hours. Really, this light competes easily with lights that are much more expensive and a different price point. Next thing I want to show you is the Nightrider Omega 300. Coming from a company that all they focus on is making lights, you know that it's quality. This is actually the pinnacle of their line. It has 6 different modes with burn times between 6 hours and 36.5 hours. Recharges in just a little over 2 hours. And it has a max output of retina searing 300 lumens. Really, this is the brightest light I've seen. It'd be really tough to beat. Again, $49.99 for this thing, coming from an industry leader making some of the best lights out there. Next light I'm going to show you is the Garmin Varia RLT 510. Now, the unique feature of this light is that it actually has built-in radar that will then communicate to a specific Varia head unit or practically any Garmin device that you might have. Now, in my opinion, I think this is really a light for an existing Garmin customer or someone who is considering a Garmin purchase. I personally wouldn't pay $100 for the Varia head unit that only has that one feature versus pairing it with an Edge unit or a Forerunner or even a Phoenix, where you get so many more robust features out of the combination. What it does is it sends out a radar signal and then communicates impending traffic coming up from behind you up to 150 yards away, and as the vehicles approach and get closer, you can see how close they are and the rate of speed at which they are approaching. This thing is really more about feeling safe and comfortable on the road and being aware of your surroundings. Now, the light itself puts out 65 lumens, which is well over a mile of visibility, so cars are going to see you before the radar picks up the cars. It's USB rechargeable, mounts to the seat post with a quarter turn mount, much like what a Garmin head unit would mount to your handlebar. This thing really is about making sure that you feel safe and are aware of your surroundings. The last light I want to talk about is the Cyclic Fly 6 taillight and camera. Now, we've been using this with the Fly 12 front headlight and camera, and we're excited to have a more in-depth review coming soon. But really, this is about having a dash cam built for cyclists. It's a little bit less about the light and more about the camera features, but the light itself has 100 lumens, which will run up to about 5 hours with the camera running. If by chance you get low on battery, it does switch to a home safe mode, which gives you 30 minutes to get home. You can control the light and the camera via a Bluetooth app on your phone or a Garmin head unit via ANT. This thing is packed with features. In addition to the light and the camera, it also has incident detection, which basically if you are in an accident or crash, the camera will then save and lock the footage so that it doesn't automatically get overwritten in the looping feature. One other thing it does, it has a built-in alarm system, so you can set it via the app on your phone if you need to go in for coffee or to go into a quick stop and get a nutritional bar. You can go in. If someone moves your bike, the light itself actually has an audible alarm, as well as you'll get a notification on your phone that the bike has been touched or messed with. That being said, you know, we're going to be doing a more in-depth review, so look for that soon. Until then, check out our vast light selection. If you need help, email us, sales@planetcyclery.com. Before you go, please hit the subscribe button, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and remember to pedal the planet.